What's up, y'all? Big Red here, coming at you another Fallout 76 video on the channel. Just want to say appreciate y'all my subscribers, everybody tuning in and watching. Hope y'all thriving and surviving out there in the wasteland. Hope y'all having blessed holidays, joining family and everything. And let's get right into it. Going to be a Fright night with the Ultracite ther. We're going to do the battle of the Gatlin plasma versus the Guass minigun. Just to see how far the Gatlin plasma has rose above the Guass minigun, because the last update before this one, the Guass minigun outpassed the Gatlin plasma, became one of the best heavy guns. And with being able to put bullets explode, what makes it unique is because you already got 15% damage from bullets explode. You add the other 20%, that's an extra 35%, and it does really show on the weapon card and in the play and the damage it produces. So being that we can add that effect, it definitely made it better than the Gatlin plasma. But now with the Gatlin plasma and the new mods we have, being able to put a calibrated capacitor, add an extra crit damage and the stinging core, more armor penetration, being able to use a bloodied on it because it's even better than anti-armor because we get enough armor penetration with the stinging core and stabilized. It is a powerhouse and a beast with the accelerated nozzle. And the poor old Guass minigun hasn't got no upgrades. It's not really ammo efficient, but some people love it. It is a cool weapon. It does. I love the way it fires. It's very accurate. Yeah, but I mean, I don't really like to use it a lot. To me, it jams up a lot, but it shreds everything in the regular wasteland. But on the boss, we're going to compare the two. So we're going to take the best variant of each one, and like we said, with the Guass minigun, the anti-armor is a better option against bosses. Against regular enemies, it'll be different. Bloody would be better, but the bosses got more armor. They got more resistance. We need to get through more armor. So the anti-armor does slightly outperform the bloody. It's close though. Let's clip in. I was going to do the penta barrel, but I'm going with the tri because it keeps the same damage and it almost gives us faster fire rate, 109. The only problem is range, but I do have concentrated fire maxed out, so that does make up for it. So it solves that problem, and so we're able to get like faster fire rate, like an extra star on there without having it by modding like that. Kind of like the accelerated nozzle with the Gatlin plasma. And I tested the penta, the tri, and the standard because I was worried about the range if I was losing damage. We're pretty close to the snake, but he is high up there where his eye is, and sometimes you get pushed back. So let's see real quick. It's not a full fight. It's just like first little, maybe half or a little bit less than half. We'll compare the damage between those barrels with the bullets explode. All right, got the tri on the bottom, penta on the middle, standard on the top. You can see the standard and the tri we're kind of close, but the tri does get ahead of the standard. It was slightly outperforming both of them. You can see that's on that R right there, and the other two hadn't even got there yet. So that's why I went with the tri barrel, and I think with concentrated fire, it definitely fixes its range issue and gives you the best of fire rate and damage against the Ultracite ther if you're using a Guass minigun. See where it's at, the R. Other ones are just now, standard just now getting there. Alright. Definitely see we got a clear winner. Let's get back to it. Okay, now we're back. Like you say, the tri slightly outperformed. You can go with the standard and it'll go in every situation, especially if you like doing Scorch Feast Queen. But if you're doing events where you're going to be up close, I would run with the tri to get a little more fire rate. We do have it modded with the conductors. We had the Gatlin plasma modded with the conductors, so we're going to go with the same thing. It's not just about the little bit of healing we're getting, it's also about the action point region that it's producing, helping us be able to stay in vats. I know we could use like pinpointers, or we could use bullies or polish, get a little more damage, but going up against the snake, we're going for more survivability and trying to stay in vats with the action point region, with the conductors mod. with that and bullet chill, we're able to stand right there and be able to take all this poison and stay locked in vats whenever we are locked in. So it makes it like almost like a vampires, but not exactly as good because it's just a critical hits, kind of like the old medics effect. I like it, especially when you're going against this boss. Outside of a lot of play, it'd be more for the action point region than it would be for the healing, because you're in power armor. It's almost it's hard to die unless you get into certain parts of the raid, but most of the other events you won't have an issue with it. Alright, so with all that being said, we're getting 226 on the damage. That's really good. It's a little bit behind the Gatlin plasma, but it's right up there with it, just a few points behind it. But overall, and fire rate, like I said, it's almost faster fire rate. AP cost is 8, so it's a little bit less than the Gatlin plasma when you got it modded with the calibrated and with the stinging core. It's like 13, so a little bit more accurate than the Gatlin plasma, but not much. So it's going to be interesting. I think that calibrated capacitor is really what changes it. Hopefully they'll come for y'all Guass minigun lovers. Maybe they'll put some mods out, new mods for the Guass minigun, and be able to add some different things now that they made heavy weapons more accessible in vats and make it more efficient using them now. So alright, in the build, a little something like this real quick. We got lock and load maxed out. We're getting I got something I need to take off. Okay, let me put back on blocker. I was scrapping some stuff. I need to carry weight. We got lock and load because we have through hiker on all our armor pieces. It frees up 5 points in the build. So instead of having travel pharmacy, we're able to put in lock and load and get a faster reload, help our DPS. We got blocker maxed out, definitely essential. When that snake strikes the island, it's going to help you thrive and survive. Take 45% less damage from your opponent's melee attacks. We got we got all our heavy gunners maxed out for 60% more damage. We got concentrated fire maxed out. This helps with the range if you're using a tri-barrel. If you're using a standard barrel, you can just go with one, but each point in concentrated fire when it's maxed out, so by the time we get to that second or third hit, we're going to be at 95% that's accuracy hit chance. So it really helps out when you have a weapon that has a low range. So we get a little extra damage with free shot, not much, but we got life giver of okay, it's the only way you can have it maxed out. We got life giver that way. We get about 140 to max HP. We got iron stomach for damage and energy resist. It's adding about 80 to each one. We got Chem Fiend, this helps for the overdrive. We're going to pop. You could run with ghoulish, but I'm not really having a problem with radiation. But since we're popping overdrive, that's what we're going to go with. We got natural resistance. This is going to help with our poison resist, be up close to 400 because we're going to use Union power armor. I do got my Vulcan set with scanners, and I do it all the time when I'm playing. I don't usually use a Union when I'm running through the raids. I use my Vulcan, but I like using this when I'm solo. I want the extra poison resistance myself. And it still performs well enough. I rather have the poison resist and a little bit of AP refresh, but it's potato. We got thirst quencher for AP, max AP about 100, definitely essential, helping to build out. We got bullet shield, definitely essential for any heavy gun. Very powerful car. You've probably seen 1,000 videos on it. The deflect chance ain't just range like ricochet, or works well with ricochet, but it's poison, anything as long as you're firing. Very powerful car. You'll see it come into play. Radical for carry weight. Start seeing for mutations. Took off fireproof because there's no fire, no explosions. Put on lead belly for this boss so we can spam coffee for the first 30 seconds. But I will not open my Pip-Boy after that. I'm not on no PC. I'm on console, so there's no way I'm going to take a chance. The game freezes up and up as it is, and so we'll do it to start the fight. Help put a big dent into his health bar. We got Tenderizer for more damage. You got Nerve Rage for 40 damage resist, 20 damage, 15 AP regen. I mean, come on, if you're playing bloodied, you gotta have Nerve Rage. I mean, you got Stabilize that stacks well with the anti-armor. Very powerful card. Why I use power armor for me as in a heavy gun is to be able to utilize this card and get the benefit of that extra armor penetration. We got demolition expert, and this is really affecting our damage because we're getting 35% from our damage is coming from our explosion. So this extra 60% really boosts our damage up pretty good. We got batteries included for the carry weight of our ammo. That starts to weigh a lot. Fusion cores and the Ultracite 2mm ammo. We got Action Boy for AP regen. Born Survivor at 3. Now it's based off your percentage, and you really need to have this maxed out to really get the most out of it. Just put it in simple terms. We got Adrenaline. It might seem like Adrenaline and Gun Fu are wasted, but they're not. I do use them when I'm guarding the drill or when I'm at the encore soldiers, switching targets, so it does stack up. So it's not wasted. It definitely is used. And also, every point in agility is 10 to your AP pool. Our AP pool is like 478. So we're using that's 60 points. So we're using that 60 whenever we're firing all the time, and when we're locked in the vats and getting those criticals. So they're not wasted. Even when we're not using them, we're using them in vats as a part of our AP pool. We got Dodgy at 3 for tankiness, for surviving. Hopefully don't hurt our AP refresh, but we're going to leave it on. We got a Bloody Mess for 15% more damage, better criticals. It's a VATS critical build, get extra 100% critical damage. 4-leaf clover, so when we do get pushed kind of out, maybe if we get a miss, the next shot will be a critical. Really synergizes well with critical savvy, because you could get a crit, then the next shot you miss, and then the next shot hits be a crit. You could get back-to-back crits. Our luck will be over 33. So we'll be maximizing critical savvy. We had Curator because I got bobblehead magazines doing these runs. I had Junk Shield on there. Then I had Ricochet. And Junk Shield. Took them off for this run. Put Quick Hands. Get a little maybe a free reload. And we're so already tanky. I mean, I'd rather have use my bobbleheads and my magazines, stretch them out so I don't waste them. Got good with salt. We need to have 33 luck, so there's really nothing more. I got a lot of food buffs, so if you don't have all serums and you're not canceling effects, you probably want to run Class Freak if you have carry weight, or to help your AP be higher so you're not affected by skelly skin if you're running it for this end fight. Otherwise, Grim Reaper Sprint's a good one to have if you're running events where there's mobs, but there's not one right now. Funky does for more poison resist, and because I had to on our agility, because I had to work in concentrated fire and demolition expert to the build, I only have 2 out of my legendary agility, so it gives us a base of 17. But we're still at 473, so that's still pretty good. I like to be over. I like when I have it over 500, but it's still manageable with the AP cost of 8. To be able to do this, even if your AP was in the 400s, if you can get it in the 400s with this with this weapon, you'll be doing fine. Or the Gatlin plasma. Over the bus, we got serums cancel negative effect, like I said. We got bobblehead big guns getting 20% extra damage, or heavy guns, and we got Tesla Science 9 giving us 100% extra critical damage from our heavy guns. So. Not being on a team, no stranger numbers, no boost to Eagle Eyes, no boost to our buff, our crit buff, our food buff, no boost to our adrenaline reaction. It kind of balances out having these, so you'll probably get a little more when you're playing on a team, especially if you got like stranger numbers if you incorporate it into your build, but it kind of balances out, like I said. Life Giver giving us 152 to our HP, and we got Thirst Quencher giving us 103 to our APs. Or HP is 116. That's not bad for being low health. Company T is giving us 20% AP regen. Sweet Mushroom Tea, 100% critical damage. I'm a herbivore because I'm trying to maximize those 2 buffs right there. Those buffs are not hard to get. Company Tea machine, Sweet Mushroom Tea, you can farm it from Yasmin Grandma. Even the infused Soup Flower Tea and the Steep Melon Blossom Chai, that's giving us 40 to our AP, 40 to our agility, that's 80. Those can be farmed too. You don't have to exactly craft them. Not as easy as a carnivore, but it is definitely farmable if I do it. Sweetwater Special Blend is +4 perceptions. You see our perception is 13, our agility is 27, luck's 33, endurance is 23. So we're plenty tanky enough, got plenty enough luck, our agility's high, and yeah, we're looking good in those categories. A little extra K fungus soup. We're getting 415 on poison, 744 on damage. So we're way over on the our normal resistance over that cap, that soft cap. Where can't remember what it is, but I mean, any more junk show ain't gonna help us anymore. I mean, 554 on energy, 385 on radiation. Not that it really matters, but. Sir Venison Berry, we got +6 luck. That's working with our armor. We got +2 luck, and through hackers, like I said. And I did put limit breakers. I got scanners on my Vulcan, but on this, I haven't really just kind of mess around. I had them, so I put them on there. I haven't really had a chance to test it to really see what it's doing, but to utilize it, but. We got still bean soup, getting +4 endurance. So yeah, that's what I said, how easy a buff that is. All right, those are the ones really affected our fight. We got adrenaline, bird bones, eagle eyes, egghead, electric charge, herbivore, herbitality, marsupial, skelly skin, speed demon, and unstable isotope. I like going with the +2 luck because I only have to manage the seared venison berries, and I can farm that pretty easy from Yasmin and Grandma, White Springs Cafeteria. Stack up 3 or 4 of those. They last an hour and a half. I don't have to invest into Nuka-Cola Dark and that Cola Nut, Happy-Go-Lucky Party Boy. But +2 endurance would be a good way to go. Give you a little more. It would max your HP and your endurance. But anyway, enough of all that said. Let's get ready, make sure my coffee's ready. Enough talking. All right, froze up. So here we go. Coming back, Dangerous Ranger. We get the full effect through ballistic because reduction by 25% to resistance for 120 seconds. We get an overdrive. Oh. Now let's get 20 coffee. Fire. 1152. 1283. Yeah, 1283. So not near as good as Gatlin plasma. We're getting like over 2500. Stop it. Get the tail real quick. Back on his eye. I hate stand up weapons. There we go. Get back in the vat. Get his tail real quick. Don't mess with me, snaky poo. Dang, I thought Earl had bad breath. Not doing bad. Not doing bad. I mean, not as good as the Gatlin plasma by any means. Oh, AP refresh. Sure, bend down, give me that bad breath. Where's the tail at? Ah, I missed it. Seems like I still get it, even though I missed that one tail. Almost got him. Get the tail, come on, get the tail. Reload. Oh my gosh. Not what you want to have happen. Not what you want to have happen at the end. Get in. I got him. Whew. Got him. Lost 2 parts of the island. I will say, the Gatlin plasma was way faster. It was way easier because of course, if it's faster, you got less. You got to deal with the tail and all the different aspects of the battle. So, being a spin-up weapon and getting staggered a lot really sucked. That really affected it. And the snake getting in our way. Really, a couple of times with the tail, I couldn't get on the tail because of the snake. But you definitely want to get the tail with this weapon. But in team play, I mean, it's an alright weapon to have. If you're a Guass minigun lover, I mean, you're not solely providing the DPS. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it again. It was a little more challenging, like I said, because it made the fight longer. So let's compare and let's see just how much better is the Gatlin plasma over the X-Raining champ from the last update for heavy guns. Alright, this is a run I did with the bloody 50 crit damage, less action point cost with the stinging core, calibrated capacitor, and the accelerated nozzle. I got it on my channel. You want to go back and look at when I did those runs, compared critical damage and compared bullets explode with weapon speed. But alright, I'll quickly into the fight. Just want to let you know what we were comparing it to. Like I said, you're doing the best variants. Anti-armor with bullets explode. To me, it's the best variant for the Guass minigun with the tri-barrel. That's why we did the barrel test. And like I said, the bloody does outperform the anti-armor with the new mods we got with the Gatlin plasma, making it more efficient and get more damage out of it. That's the way the stinging core and stabilized stack. And yeah, alright. Let's clip the end, the last bit. Almost got him. That's it, got him. Okay, so it's obvious how far above the Gatlin plasma is now. I really believe that just thanks to the calibrated receiver and the extra crit damage. Alright, let's just compare the two side by side just for giggles. Alright, here we got the Gatlin plasma on the bottom and the Guass minigun on top. And as you can see, it's clear, it's night and day. And from watching earlier, just on the time of the fight, it is blowing out the Guass minigun. I mean, it's not even a competition. So with those new mods, it's obvious. I mean, to everybody, it's not like a be Captain Obvious here to state the fact, but just showing it in a real world application that Gatlin plasma is hands down way far superior to the Guass minigun when it comes to in-game bosses. Like I said, in regular play, you know, they're both going to destroy everything in the wasteland. But when it comes in, like, to the Rage or Earl or Horse Feast Queen, you're going to be head and shoulders above if you're running a Gatlin plasma. Now, doesn't mean that you Guass minigun lovers, you know, that you're not doing any damage. I mean, it still, did all right. If you're playing in a team and not just solo, and not just solely responsible for DPS, you're going to be still contributing. But if you have a Gatlin plasma, I mean, come on, it's the meta. That's why everybody's using it. I mean, and that's why I included on the barrels, because I wanted, even with the standard, the try still outperformed it. You'd think there'd be a damage drop off. Now, when the head got closer, I noticed at the end we were getting a little bit better numbers with it being that close, but that's why we did the test with the barrels. Even with the standard, we were still getting the same damage, but the tribe even did better. So that's why I went with the tribe. Yeah, all hail to the obvious Gatlin Plasma, king of the heavy guns for Fallout 76, the post-gleaming updates. And until more mods are made for more heavy weapons, right now, there's nothing even close. I hope y'all got something out of it. Tell me what you thought about it. If you thought the Guass minigun was going to do better. It wouldn't matter what variant we used. I mean, just the difference right there was so drastic. If it was bloodied, if it was faster fire rate, critical damage, it really wouldn't matter. I mean, there was no way nothing else that you put on the Guass minigun was going to even catch up to the Gatlin plasma at that point. And I really believe it's a calibrated receiver, that extra critical damage, and with the stinging core and with the accelerated nozzle, man, it just makes it a beast. All right. Like I said, if y'all got something out of it, like, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff. Hope y'all thriving and surviving out there in the wasteland. This is Big Red, and I'll see y'all in the next one.